bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum. In this night of Halloween night. I already forgot the lyrics, but you get the joke. This is the beginning of the Halloween, or should I say the Nightmare Night story arc. In My Roommate is a Vampire. Joining me tonight is, of course, the Varak Varan, and of course there is me, myself, and I, all three of them, of Madhog the Master, and we're reading this fanfiction. We're still, unbelievably enough, we're still reading this fanfiction. We're going to read it all, let me tell you.
Yay.
So now we have the... Yeah, hi Devar, by the way.
Yes, hello.
So now this is the turning point of the entire story. Like I said before, for the worse. This is the moment in which we go from a slice of life vampire lesbian love story with a small size stakes and an interesting subtext about a commentary against homophobia and elitarianism. We go from that to something completely utterly unnecessary. But let's get there when we get there. Let us start the reading.
The title of this chapter, by the way, folks, is What a Fright!
What a creative title!
What a Fright Night title this is gonna be!
Okay, Fright Night reference. Done. Now, let's start reading. Devar, if you please.
Okay. Canterlot fell silent, and for the first time, I felt at peace.
Whoa, are you dying?
Things were calm. I didn't have to think about anything. Answer phone calls. I was in my own world. I think she's delirious. Hello, Madhog.
What?
Oh, you're there. Good.
I never went anywhere.
I just thought, never mind. It was a lazy afternoon, with a gloomy weather and cloudy skies, the kind you try to avoid by staying inside. The weather was dark and strangely appropriate, considering the celebration the next day.
Tax day?
And it set the mood for me to brood for a bit. Oh, it is tax day, apparently.
Oh yes, paying the taxes day. That sounds like the perfect celebration for the utopia of President Businessman.
What to do about life? Love? How do you put up with every... let me read that again because my eyes went weird. How do you put up with everything?
Did your eyes went derpy?
Yes, they went derpy. Thank you for that reference. Do you take it in stride? Do you just let the big bad world close in on you and corner you until you've had enough, at wit's end, about to give up, fed up with the way things were going? Is this an infomercial for something?
Yes, I was. Is it a PSA about drugs? It's getting.
I mean, so far it makes me want to take drugs.
It's getting a bit morbid.
It looked like it was going to rain, and for a while it did. And for that brief hour, as droplets of rain began to fall from the heavens, I sat there inside our cozy, lived-in apartment.
Well, I would hope so. Your apartment is lived in. I mean, you're actually living in the apartment. So how would a not lived in apartment? But this is terrible. I'm killing this joke while I can.
Watching the yeah, what are you about to say?
I am grasping at frightening straws.
Let it come to you naturally, man. Watching the water slide down our window, washing away the dirt and grime.
What is this, a freaking noir movie? Let me do this. Content with just listening, I roll onto my back. I am smoking a cigarette, by the way.
Of course.
staring at the ceiling, closing my eyes for a spell. Across from me, lounging on the other couch, was Vinyl. She was a mysterious woman with a dark past. I could tell her the moment I laid my eyes on her. I knew I would end up falling in love with her, and I would kill for her.
I heard you say you laid my ass on her.
I said eyes and some. Anyway, her eyes closed as she listened to her music. Though she wasn't sleeping, she too was also brooding, thinking about things. Yes, I'm brooding because this is what noir detectives do. They monologue and brood, and they become Batman eventually, and they're written by Frank Miller.
I have to do this myself. It's the echo first, and then inner thoughts. Is that gonna be me, or is that gonna be you?
Whatever. Keep on reading. I was just doing this for the sake of.
Okay, I have to do my own. For once, I could tell by the way her forehead was scrunched up, like she was concentrating. What makes you trick, Vinyl? What makes you tick, Vinyl Scratch? What goes on inside that pretty little head of yours? The worst.
Oh well. I know what's going inside her head.
Let's hear it. It's obvious. The worst part of it was that she wasn't shutting up her head. Okay,
I think she's actually clean. She's actually cleaning the dishes with wubs in her mind.
The worst part of it all was that I couldn't even.
Wubs are cleaning her cerebro.
The worst part of it all was that I couldn't even content myself with knowing that I never had a choice.
I didn't know content was a verb.
I had no idea either. That's why it was so difficult to say this in a sentence.
Oh boy.
I had a choice, but I just chose not to take it. I could have stayed away from her, never moved in with her, never fallen in love with her, and like all the bad choices in my life, they came back to bite me in the ass. Sometimes literally.
Holy jumping Satan, this is double indemnity.
Okay, I'll go back to...
Billy Wilder. I mean, this seems like the main character at the beginning of the film, about to tell his own story, and the rest of the film is a flashback to the point when he actually, killed someone in the name of love because a woman manipulated him. This is freaking double indemnity. Billy Wilder.
Okay, I'll continue, but in normal voice now, since I just wanted to do my own take on the noir.
Yes, please.
I heard the sound of hoof steps. Sitting up, I saw that Vinyl was going out, donning a pair of purple sunglasses, exactly like the ones I had broken.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to place a noir soundtrack from here on to create the ambience, because this is so freaking noir.
I know!
I know, right?
Time for work? I yawned.
Yeah, having a good dream.
Before this week, my dreams consisted of me, alone, on that stage with that single spotlight, and a sea of faces in the blue blood concert hall. Poised with my cello, eyes closed as I let the music take hold of me. My dream was to play my very own composition, but it seemed that I was doomed to perpetually perform in my little quartet at balls and weddings and galas, playing background music for those nobles who needed a little atmosphere and a drink to gossip and fritter away their money. Now it seemed like I didn't dream at all. When I did, I dreamed of us together on stage, performing a fusion of club and classical music. It was an idea I entertained with Vinyl, who had suggested it in the first place.
Okay, Detective Marlowe, you can stop now. This is starting to seem like the Great Sleep. Let's see how many noir classics I can reference in one reading.
My dreams were quick to turn to nightmares, and I'd see her, her maw stained with red, eyes strung out and bloodshot, her fangs sinking into my... Wow, this is not like Dick Tracy, I know. If you could call it that, I said wryly.
Dick Tracy was not a noir. It was a police drama. It was a pulp police drama. It's different.
I was fooled by it because of the hat and the coat.
No, it's a very, very different style altogether.
Oh wait, I should have referenced the Tex Murphy video games. Better.
Oh my gosh, you should have. You totally should do Christopher Walken now.
Okay, let's see. That's Vinyl Scratch next.
Go back to sleep. Tonight.
She said, softly.
This will be a long night.
She said, softly.
In this dark and unwelcoming city.
She said softly before closing the door and put her 3 fingers up my ass and put my bowels down to hell. Okay, I'm not good at doing Christopher Walken with how he does the things.
That was a bit uncalled for, actually.
I was referencing a Saturday Night Live joke. Okay.
An entire evening to myself.
No pony around. I stood up,
twisting my neck and stretching, smoothing out my disheveled mane. I felt drawn to the case in the far corner of the room. It had been days since I'd touched it. Snapping open the latches, I admired the craftsmanship. Polished, gleaming wood, smooth and heavy. After a bit of turning, I sat down, my bow poised. The piece I began to play was of my own, the soundtrack to my life. Slow, brooding notes, long and lingering in the air, ominous and foreboding.
You know what else is ominous and foreboding? This chapter.
Okay, who wrote this? Fritz Lang? Next thing you know, there is a child murderer running rampant in this story.
My hoof faltered. The bow screeched across the strings. My concentration snapped, and I frowned, settling the instrument down. I wasn't thinking straight. Well, I don't think you thought straight for a while now, ever since being with Vinyl. Okay, sorry, that was a terrible joke, but it's just so easily funny.
Yeah, I was going to say she was thinking noir, not straight, but yours is better.
What was I so worried about anyway? I think all the things you mentioned earlier is worrying enough.
Yeah, you should see a specialist.
Yeah, they won't think you're crazy. I wasn't a monster with a constant desire to feed off others for their blood. No, not a monster. Somewhere in the middle of my billionth time trying to flesh out the notes of my composition, I heard the door open.
Oh, Octi, I'm home! And I'm totally not acting like Jack Nicholson in The Shining!
Here's Vinyl!
Do. I did for once.
Indeed, Vinyl was home, levitating a mysterious paper bag. What's in the bag?
A human head.
No, that's not what it is. Say your line properly.
Close your eyes,
she said. I stared.
Just close your eyes, Octi. No picking. Dearie.
Oh dear, it is going to be a severed human head like you said, isn't it? I giggled, doing as she asked.
Okay, now look.
Okay, God of War and Vinyl's War.
Somebody call Kevin Spacey.
Vinyl stood before me, dressed up in her Nightmare Night costume.
Let me guess, it's a vampire costume.
A silk cape, black with red lining like mine.
Yep, a doodle.
Congratulations, you won the Blue Ribbon Award. How do you feel?
For originality, I might add.
Was draped over her back. A pair of very real fangs hung from her mouth. Her chest was stained with some fake blood, sticky and dried. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think that's fake.
Let's just pretend it is for for everyone's mental sake. Ta-da!
I clapped my hooves in applause. Very nice, I said.
I am going to pretend it's a slow, sarcastic clapping.
That means I should do it more like, very, very nice.
Na-na-na. Now we can be vampires together. Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
I laughed. Yes.
Yeah. Everybody will love us. And we will love everybody else. And then once we start making out,
Then everyone will love you. They'll throw money at you.
okay, if we possibly add a dancing pole right in the middle of the streets, because we're not being subtle enough.
What?
All the stallions will be all over us. Since when do you care about stallions?
I think that's a bit of a lie, Vinyl. Vinyl, we are not going to make out.
Well, no, with this attitude we aren't.
She pouted.
Everybody loves lesbian vampires.
Really?
That is the smartest thing anyone has ever said in the history of anything.
That is the dumbest and smartest thing ever mentioned, ever, because it's so obvious.
Well, everybody loves lesbian vampires. We need more lesbian vampires in mainstream media.
I yawned. What time is it? 1 a.m?
Oh, it's time for my wrestling pay-per-view.
Let's see, Vinyl says...
I was kinda surprised you were still awake.
Vinyl said, taking off her costume.
What were you doing? I was brooding.
I was noir brooding.
Noir brooding is the coolest brooding.
Just some music, I said. I'm gonna hit the hay.
By that I mean, it's a pun, because they are ponies. They have hay. Actually, they have hay burgers. Hay burgers fast food joints.
And horseshoe fries. Let's just carry on with this.
Don't make me start with the pointlessness of the hay fries. Why can't they just be normal fries? It's potatoes, for crying out loud.
After a long hot shower. Ooh!
I think he means literally hot.
Vinyl. Yeah, I know. Vinyl came out of the bathroom, sweaty and warm.
Didn't she just shower? Why is she sweaty?
Fans...
I am nitpicking this fanfiction to death.
Yes, we are. Her mane was damp and coat silky. She toweled herself off, slipping underneath the covers and sliding up next to me. Not with how sweaty she is. You go back in the shower, Missy.
Hey, Octi, would you like to play Slip and Slide with me? Huh?
After a few moments of tossing and turning to get comfortable, while ignoring Madhog's stupid joke, we found a comfortable position where I held Vinyl, my hoof idly playing with her hair. I thought it would be mane, but okay, I'll go with that. For a while I struggled to keep my eyes open, my head nodding off before I slumped onto the bed, snoring the night away with her. In harmony, of course.
I like to think they complete each other snoring sentences. Let's do that. Let's complete each other snoring.
Phew. Phew. Oh no, not that.
Good one.
It was the kind of sleep where you didn't dream. It was almost as if I closed my eyes, staring into the darkness, and opened them a second later, only to find the sun was up.
Oh, okay, Celestia, did you play a trick on me?
No, she went through RPG sleeping logic. Daybreak.
Oh, we need the classic stereotypical RPG going to bed soundtrack. Thank you.
Daybreak. Tangled limbs. Tangled hair.
Tangled everything, man!
Yeah, they even tangled their eyes.
I bet they have tangled tongues.
We shifted, twisting and rolling away from each other. I squealed as she encircled me with her arms.
Squeal like a pig. I felt like referencing the awful English dub for that Scandinavian vampire flick. You know the one. You know, let the right one in.
Let the right one in.
Yeah, that one.
It was impossible to describe the way it felt. Perhaps if your mother actually loved you and gave you hugs, you would understand.
Oh, my heart is leaping at you, sister.
The feels in this. Oh, it was that indescribable feeling of having some pony touch you, squeeze you, hold you.
I am gonna love you and squeeze you and dress you to look pretty.
And call you George.
George, I'm gonna love you and squeeze you, and then we're going to play together, George.
That feeling of fuzziness and warmth as they reminded you that they were there. I think a psychiatrist would say that she has mother issues again.
You don't say.
Well, it's the go-to one.
Oh no, now they're, oh my gosh. Oh, no, this line is making me think of Roberto Benigni from Life is Beautiful.
Go ahead.
Like, good morning, princess!
I laughed.
I hate that guy.
Pushing her away from me. Don't call me that. I hate those cutesy-wootsy nicknames.
Shoopidoo!
Rubbing the sleep out of my eyes, I rolled over. 11 o'clock. My new record! It's not the world record, but it's a personal best. I'm sleeping in later and later.
Nothing wrong with that. Besides, it's nightmare night!
She squealed. You have to squeal.
Squeal like a pig! I'm sorry. It's nightmare night! Yay! We're totally going to make out in the middle of the streets and going to bother people door to door even though we're too old for this. and all that. And all the good stuff. So anyway, by the way, I can totally relate with both Vinyl and Octavia. I too tend to wake up in the morning pretty late.
Same here sometimes. I grabbed her pillow and smacked her with it.
Oh, it is on! Pillow fight!
It's all your fault. I used to wake up at 5.
Are you crazy?
5 o'clock? That's too early.
Who wakes at 5? I didn't think they even existed at 5 o'clock.
Oh wait, that's Vinyl.
Ugh, don't remind me. Mornings were so depressing with you playing that cello of yours.
I was disciplined, organized, I ranted jokingly. Now I'm a mess.
A very sexy mess.
I don't know whether to actually give her a medal for that or be ashamed that she said that obvious line.
Sexy mess. How would the sexy mess even look like?
Let's not think about that.
I'm doing a research while you keep reading.
Google image search of sexy mess.
Googling sexy mess. Okay, I'm Googling sexy mess right now. My eyes! My eyes! It burns! It burns!
I mustered up the strength and willpower to drag myself out of that Google search. I mean, out of bed and into the bathroom, hopping into the shower eagerly. Hot water cascaded over my body. Well, that was quick to get to the water. My mane wet and loose, falling over my face and neck.
Are you sure this is turning into something a bit This is turning into something a bit not safe for work.
I hummed a tune idly as I stood, my eyes shut as I let the warm water soothe me. Well, this doesn't make me think of Tekken 3's ending with Anna Williams. I heard an... Yes, I referenced Tekken. Thank you.
Now, let's just go on.
I heard another voice hum along with me, purring in my ear.
I love it when your mane is down.
What did it sound creepy?
Surprise back attack!
My eyes snapped open. Vinyl Scratch, what are you doing? I screeched, glaring at the mare standing in the bathtub next to me.
What? We can shower together? Haven't you done that before, by the way?
I thought I did. Am I just remembering wrong? I sputtered. But what? No. I began to shoo away. Out! Shoo! Out!
Shoo! Bad kitty, shoo! Oh, you're not fun.
Out!
Well, so much for that setup.
Well, leave the right one out, it seems.
Oh, snap! We did a snap this time, not the characters in the story.
Let's see.
Snap high five! Okay,
it's a
one day we'll manage to time this high five right.
Yes. Okay, it's a paragraph break.
Vinyl had held an ice pack to her head woozily. You sure know how to back, Octi. How to back? What?
What? She didn't kick her, did she?
Well, technically they have legs, not arms and legs.
I thought it'd be pushed.
Whatever. I stuck my tongue out at her.
You deserve it.
She rolled her eyes, clearly faking her injury. Yeah, vampiric super strength. Can you actually remember for 2 seconds you have vampiric super strength? Consistency, please. Anyway, we're leaving in a bit.
Where are we going?
Ponyville! You know how can't about these Octi. Half the ponies around here are too cheap to hand out treats.
Well, that's kind of true.
Yeah, well, I sighed.
If we must.
It'll be fun! Now come on, go get dressed. Well, this was a short paragraph. It's you again, Hun.
Hun? Oh, Hun? Wait, why do you call me Hun?
I said on, not Han.
Oh.
Get it together, man. I'm not coming on to you, don't worry.
Yeah, no, I hope not. We were quite...
Even though this fiction is giving me weird vibes all over.
We were quite the sight as we left our apartment. 2 ghastly-looking vampires, drenched in blood, with sunken eyes and canines.
You could at least try to variate a little bit, but no, it's vampires because bleh.
Yes, you couldn't think of something more original like warlocks, witches.
I would love to see Octavia dressed as Frankenstein's bride.
Oh,
which wasn't really the bride of Frankenstein, was the bride of the Frankenstein's monster. But, and that's where the whole confusion about the name of the monster and the doctor began.
Yes, I know all that. But I was gonna say, they missed the chance to make a reference to Morticia and Gomez if she was dressed as the bride of Frankenstein. You know, like, Octi, that's French! Anyway, we received all kinds of attention as we made our way to the train station. Some gazed upon us with scorn, and some with amusement. Wow, they actually varied emotions from the townspeople in this one. Good going. Vinyl made faces at the ponies passing by, who would have never guessed that her fangs were real.
Hiding in plain sight.
The sun was slowly dimming as it made its descent into the horizon. At the same time, the moon was rising to take its place. A full moon.
Foreshadowing!
I don't think it's been foreshadowed hard enough, man.
Okay, would you like to have the full moon like 3 inches from the earth? Is that obvious enough?
I looked up at the sky thoughtfully, breathing in the fresh, crisp air.
Yeah, I know, it's making me hungry as well. How does crisp air taste, the bar?
Tastes like salt and vinegar, my favourite. The wind whipped. Whipped.
Oh, come on! Even the wind is into that. Is everyone in this story into S&M?
Okay, let me start over again without making a food joke. The wind whipped past my mane as I stuck my head outside the window, granting me a gorgeous view of Equestria's countryside, rolling hills of green grass, dotted with flowers in bloom, and
the green is at Green Hills. So...
Yeah, Green Hill Zone, I get you. And there was white-tailed wood of orange and yellow trees, some of the branches starting to lose their leaves as the season approached winter.
I like to see this countryside, actually.
Yes, it sounds like a breathtaking place.
You've been quiet. Too quiet. Engage something!
I'm thinking about all that candy we're gonna be getting.
About?
Things, I teased. My mind has been occupied as of late. I was thinking of all sorts of things. Thinking about how vinyl scratch. Thinking about us. Thinking about vampires. Of which ponies I knew who could potentially be one. Thinking of a secret world kept hidden from the rest of us normal ponies.
Please stop before I start referencing Underworld, and I really don't like Underworld.
Vinyl scratch.
Okay. A beat for your thoughts.
I harumphed.
Okay.
It'll take a lot more than that to get me to spill.
Ooh, somebody has high standards, high opinion of themselves.
The train came to a gentle halt, and she and I got off. Ponyville was quaint, rather homely, in my humble opinion, old-fashioned, though charmingly rustic. The entire village has been redecorated with cobwebs and toy spiders and other Nightmare Night decorations. On the boarding platform were 4 other ponies.
You can do it, Tamar. You can beat the English language.
Were 4 other ponies I recognized immediately.
Oh no, it's them again. Bye now!
Lyra called, waving us over.
So, look who's back.
And us without Shannon.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Vinyl galloped over, pulling me along.
Hey guys! Haha, nice costumes.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, in the Nightmare Night episode of My Little Pony, Lyra was dressed as a mummy.
I think that was it too. Okay. Bonbon and Lyra each donned sunglasses, fedoras, and tailored black suits. Right?
It's not respecting the continuity. But the fact they are dressed like the Blues Brothers, I like that.
Yeah, they're gonna shake their tail feathers now.
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
Every pony loves some pony. Every pony needs some pony. Someone to love. Someone to love. The Blues Brothers, what a great movie.
As a bit of trivia, I actually did a duet on that song with someone on a cabaret.
Then that explains why you're dressed like the third rejected Blues Brothers. Blues Brother. That explains why you're dressed like that.
Very droll.
At least your avatar.
Carrot Top appeared to be some sort of devil from Tartarus, complete with horns and a tail, with a wicked-looking coat and shoes.
Oh my, she's dressed as a succubus.
Yeah. Dopey hooves, well...
I see it's plastic this year.
Vinyl remarked. She was wearing plastic bags on top of her head, and her hooves. She clopped her hooves together with delight, her eyes crossed.
Yay! Okay, this is one of those fanfictions that like to think that Derby is actually mentally challenged.
Eh,
Uh,
we're on a mission. Oh wait, Bonbon.
we're on a mission for God, for the Lord. We have to save the orphanage.
We're on a mission from Celestia.
Yeah, we have to get together 2,000 bits and save the orphanage. we are chased by Nazi ponies and hillbilly Apple family members, and also the authorities. Oh my!
Bonbon intoned. Let's see. Lyra's next.
It was Oh my! Oh, there she is. Yeah, she actually said the line. Oh, fantastic! I approve of this.
106 miles.
106 miles to Manhattan. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Lyra chimed in. I started. I don't get it.
I stared.
I stared. I don't get it. Vinyl slapped her forehead.
Octavia, how could you possibly not get a reference from such a famous movie that's famous in the human world, actually? So, yeah, okay.
Lyra pulled off her shades, her eyes half-lidded and suggestive.
So, are you two, together? Together!
I gave Vinyl a peck.
Together. I'm thinking of. Sorry, I forgot the SpongeBob episode.
I gave Vinyl a peck on the cheek, smiling as I saw Lyra squeal.
Squeal like a pig.
You did that joke already.
I know. It's a running joke for this time. Okay.
We made our way to town square, laughing and conversing as Lyra began asking if Vinyl was a good kisser. Ponies around us gasped as they saw DJ Ponfree murmuring amongst themselves.
It's such a brilliant. Hey, it's brilliant. She's like the cool DJ that plays the music. Oh, she's going to play tonight. Oh, I want to go autograph. Where's my autograph thing? I want a lock of her hair.
Yeah, that's not creepy in any way. Okay, I think Vinyl says this.
Sup, hey Jay?
Applejack, the element of honesty. She was.
Question mark.
Yeah. Oh wait. Sorry, I forgot to say that. The element of honesty. She was dressed up as a scarecrow.
So wait. Applejack is dressed as a scarecrow, I think.
Yeah, she was dressed as a scarecrow, actually.
Okay. I think it's obvious at this point that this is supposed to be the Nightmare Night we all know from the one episode of the show. So Lyra and Bonbon being dressed as the Blues Brothers is actually a continuity fail. Because Lyra was a mummy that night.
Let's see if I can do this.
I know that because I'm a huge nerd. So let's go on.
Well, howdy there, Vinyl Scratch. Don't tell me
your Applejack sounds like Popeye.
No, this is Popeye. I don't see how it's not different.
It's actually almost the same.
I don't see how. Anyway, well, howdy there, Vinyl Scratch. Don't tell me you're moving back. She gasped in mock horror. Twilight will have a fit.
A reference to Epic Whoop Time.
Vinyl snickered.
Man, she hated it when I blasted my tunes. I used to clean dishes with my tunes.
At the crack of dawn, Applejack added. Who's your friend?
Octavia. Or I should say Octavia.
Oh wait, that's me. Octavia, I said
Oh, wait.
smoothly. Pleased to meet you, Miss Applejack. Applejack gave me a funny look. Oh, shoot, don't call me miss. It makes me feel old. You're hanging around Vinyl now? I nodded, glancing down at the tub of water. And what is this? Don't tell me you never bobbed for apples before. Oh, wait, that's Vinyl Scratch, sorry.
Don't tell me you never bobbed for apples before, Octi. I bobbed a couple of apples in my day. Ha! Ha!
Ignoring it now. Ignore mode. Activated. My mane will get wet, I protested to no avail.
You're gonna bob that apple and you're going to love it.
And she probably will enjoy it. I sucked in and closed my eyes, dunking my head under water. I resurfaced, an apple in my mouth. Vinyl suddenly leaned in, taking a bite of the apple as it was in my mouth. I blushed faintly. It's not...
Appelism. Symbolism with apples.
Death Note symbolisms. Yes, I hate it too. Lightning crackled and thundered boom.
It's time. She's coming.
I gasped in fright, shrinking as I saw black, ominous swirling clouds begin to loom overhead, casting a dark shadow over Ponyville. Maniacal laughter echoed. Maniacal.
The bar versus the English language. The ultimate showdown. Maniacal.
Oh, maniacal. Yeah, there's words I've not read before for some reason.
Really? With all the Maniac Mansion references?
Yes, maniacal laughter echoed, striking fear into my heart.
Okay, I don't remember her doing a maniacal laughter when she arrived to Ponyville, but that's definitely not helping her to be social.
A black carriage descended from the heavens, pulled by two fierce-looking bat ponies with glowing yellow eyes and webbed wings and fangs.
Oh, so the bat ponies were vampires all along.
I don't know who's saying this. It's Nightmare Moon! Everybody run! Every pony run!
Every pony run! I'm coming around!
Ponies all screamed. All around us screamed. I felt...
Panic! Chaos! Ah!
Don't panic!
And then somebody throws something. Then somebody throws a shoe to the thing and says, "Panic! Panic all you want!"
I felt compelled to scream as well, trying to drag Vinyl to safety. She was grinning?
Woo!
She called.
And she turned into Nature Boy Ric Flair for some reason. Woo! I'm the Nature Boy!
Vinyl, run! I hissed.
What for?
It's Nightmare Moon! Vinyl laughed, yanking me back as I tried to run. I gasped as I saw the pony inside the carriage fly off, cackling.
She was never cackling.
She never cackled like a witch. Her hood flew off, revealing the black creature of the night, clad in blue armor. Armor?
What?
What?
She never wear the armor?
She gazed upon us with slitted blue eyes, grinning toothily, horn, wings all black.
Oh, wait, I get it now.
What?
Oh, it's a light trick.
Ah. Luna, 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 every pony chanted.
Burn the witch!
Stomping, the crowd was deafening. Princess Luna? Foals rushed up to her, chattering and cheering, swarming her. We should do Luna.
Oh, wait, this is different than I remember. Oh, wait, I might be wrong about this. I think this is actually 1 year after the Nightmare Night of the episode. It would explain the confused continuity. my memory played a trick on me. I thought this was happening the same night.
Ah,
So instead I believe it's actually the following Nightmare Night.
that means Applejack has wore the same costume as last year.
Yeah, what the hell, Applejack? You confuse me.
Okay, who's gonna be Luna?
Hello, Ponyville. Thy princess of the night has arrived!
Princess Luna bellowed, laughing merrily.
It's Ponyville tradition, Octi.
Vinyl explained.
Come on, let's go meet her.
What? She's a princess!
So?
I mean, we can't just trot up to her and say hi. She rolled her eyes.
Luna and I are tight. Don't worry.
Vinyl knew Princess Luna personally?
But
Uh-oh.
I think most ponies in Ponyville know her personally, so it's just kind of a. She's more approachable than Celestia. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, she probably is in continuity, but for some reason I couldn't help but think of two other things: ex-girlfriend or vampire leader.
Oh, funny you mentioned that.
No, do not say that.
I'm afraid.
No,
Is going to.
no, stop it.
Okay, Devar, just kept your palm a few inches from your face, just in case.
Vinyl next.
Hey, Luna.
Vinyl hollered. She turned to face us, finished greeting the foals. I shrank under her gaze. It's just a costume, Octavia. Just a costume.
Ha! A very interesting costume you have there, Vinyl Scratch.
Luna said.
Thy princess is amused.
Luna said
Archaically.
That's an even rarer word to see. Archaically.
Okay, so, Mr. Author of this fanfiction, using fascinating words in your description doesn't overshadow the fact that you make a lot of misspelling and mistakes. So it doesn't make you sound smarter. It just makes you sound a bit more pretentious.
Frowning
Just saying.
Frowning slightly as she saw Vinyl's fangs and eyes. Did she know?
Thanks.
Charmed, I said nervously, sticking the hoof out. Luna shook it, smiling. I shivered.
So this is the famous Octavia of the cello playing quartet.
Luna remarked.
We have heard a lot about you.
You have? I blurted. I mean, what kind of things, Princess?
Good things, I assure you. Vanya sends me sex reports every week.
That would be funny if she did. And even sent me photos.
There are friendship reports and then there are nightly reports. Oh, brother. And please, call me Luna. Every pony, call me Luna. Oh, wait, we did that already.
Yeah, she said.
Do you like my costume?
It certainly is. Authentic.
Burn.
She hadn't been paying attention to me. Instead, she was looking right at Vinyl. I wasn't very good at reading other ponies, but I could see that they were communicating in a very subtle manner.
Hey, did you know that time I started with this marrying the hay ground and she was like, and I was like, oh yeah.
I tried not to make it apparent, but I was staring. Princess Luna nodded shortly, only tilting her head slightly. Vinyl returned her nod.
Hey, Octi, why don't you go get us some drinks? I am organizing a threesome here.
When they did when it says they were nodding, I couldn't help but think of Homer Simpson with Smithers nodding to each other. Principal Skinner nodding to each other when they go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you know it.
Yes, of course, I know. I watched The Simpsons like the rest of the world.
Vinyl said, still looking at the princess. Something felt off, and I didn't like it. Not one bit. Hadn't she come here for the candy?
Offer thy candy to thy princess of the night!
Yeah, aren't you a bit old for candy, Vinyl? Oh, wait, of course, dearie, I said in a false manner, trotting away slowly, as I kept...
that made me think of Gabriel Carlyle in Once Upon a Time. Oh, of course, dearie.
And for some reason that laugh made me think of Resident Evil, Veronica.
Dearie.
As I kept my ears craned towards them, I heard Luna murmur to Vinyl as she started to walk off.
You would do well to be more cautious, Vinyl Scratch. It's Nightmare Night, Princess. No ponies suspect. Oh, brother, this is going there.
Horse apples! They were too far away. The initial crowd of Ponyville's ponies had been rather sparse. After Princess Luna's arrival, it already began to thicken.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, like the plot. The plot of Vinyl.
On stage, a group of musicians began to play lively Nightmare Night themed songs. I hope one of them is the Oogie Boogie song. As costumed ponies began to dance, I moved through the crowd, never taking my eye off Vinyl and the princess.
Your what off Vinyl?
My eye off Vinyl.
There you go.
That's why I said I.
No, you said off.
Oh, I did?
Yes, you did.
I must have said...
English language, curse you!
And the princess, bumping into ponies rather rudely. Where are you going? I mumbled to myself. I could hear them talking rather lowly as we neared the edge of Ponyville.
Uh-oh.
They crossed over a bridge and headed towards the Everfree Forest?
The Everfree Forest? Yeah, the Everfree Forest.
Where the clouds move on their own!
Yes, that one.
We had to reference that line, sorry. Why do they feel compelled to converse in such a dreadful place? I was going to get to the bottom of this.
Dreadful place, yes.
Somewhere in the distance, a wolf howled.
Oh, for crying out loud, could you possibly be any more subtle than this?
I gulped, feeling rooted to the spot up the dirt path.
Now, here's a bit of trivia. Now, let's pretend this is one of those choose your adventure books, okay?
Yeah?
What interactive one? What would you have Octavia to do? Should she, do the intelligent thing, go back to the party and just wait out? Or if you actually want her to go into the Everfree Forest, jump to page 46.
Jump to page 46.
The fanfiction chooses the dumbest thing she could do for us. So there you go.
I could see Vinyl and Luna in the distance, already disappearing through the thick foliage of the Everfree.
I always said foliage for some reason.
Yeah, it was foliage in this one. For us anyway. It was now or never. My heart raced with each step I took, jumping every so often as I thought I saw something move in the bushes, or dart behind me. Well, that's not, weird or anything.
I'm having Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs flashbacks.
The fog was thick, and I could barely see ahead. Creatures chirped and howled and hissed around me.
Okay, chirped and howled and hissed, and how many creatures are around you anyway?
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my!
And squirrels, apparently, or little birdie beards.
Just stay on the path. Every so often they would turn around. I'd freeze, my heart pounding as their eyes scanned for something.
Now worry not, little pony. for Zecora is here to send you a brony? I don't know how to rhyme that.
The path eventually ended, and we came to a clearing with a statue in the center of Nightmare Moon. I ducked underneath the foliage, peeking out from the leaves, staying back near the trees as I eavesdrop on their conversation.
The trees, the trees. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
And this Octavia, does she know?
Vinyl said nothing for a moment.
Yes.
Luna sighed, pressing a hoof to her temple.
Please tell me that you didn't. One thing led to another, and I might have accidentally bitten her. Anything else you'd like to tell me? Mom and Dad came to visit?
Vinyl said sheepishly.
We are going to have to deal with her. Oh, well, that sounded ominous.
My heart stopped. Oh, sweet Celestia, what do they mean by that? Deal with me? How are they doing to deal with me?
How is Tamar going to read this line? I don't know.
It's just that confused me and threw me off. It said doing to deal with me.
Oh my gosh. Today, your own language is rebelling against you.
How are they going to deal with me? Time to go, time to go. I've heard enough. I cringed as my hoof snapped, a branch under hoof. Luna and Vinyl fell silent.
It seems we have an uninvited guest, and I'm going to point at this uninvited guest with my cantaloupe voice to make her extra scared. For no apparent reason.
Luna said rather loudly, her voice devoid of any warmth.
We do not appreciate prying ears.
They knew. Oh, buck me!
Okay. We've been tailed.
I backed away slowly, gasping when I felt my rump bump against some pony. I turned around, whimpering as I came face to face to Luna's royal guards. Hello there. Their expression was humorless, as one of them bit my cape and dragged me over to Vinyl and Princess Luna. I felt like a foal about to be punished. I grinned sheepishly. Trick or treat?
Yes, indeed. Double and triple facepalm. Octavia!
Vinyl groaned. Eep! Full name, serious business.
Oh, sorry, it's you.
I won't tell a soul, I swear, I shrieked. Please don't hurt me. Luna's eyes flashed red, and I watched in horror as her canines began to grow.
Oh, brother.
Princess Luna was a vampire? Conspiracy! At this point, I was started to get a little jaded. Nothing surprised me anymore. It'd probably be easier to count how many ponies I knew who weren't vampires. How far did this go? When would it end? I wrenched free from her guards, running for my life, not caring that I was venturing deep into the depths of the ever-free forest.
After her! Okay, this is all a giant misunderstanding. It could have been easily avoided if Luna didn't act all that menacingly. But then again, she kind of can't help herself, in acting menacingly.
Yeah, she's about behind the times when it comes to princessing. Okay.
Okay, I mean, if this was the Middle Ages in which everything is deal with fear and blood and massacre and warring and whatnot, Luna would be the best princess.
Okay, it's your line with Octi.
Octi, wait!
I heard Vinyl call. Where to hide? Where to hide? Nothing but leaves and trees. Damn you, leaves and
Nowhere
trees!
nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run.
Oh no. This
Yes.
screams. Oh no. A cave! It's a cave. Octavia, are you insane? Yes.
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 Now she's just dumb.
You're not insane. You're just stupid. Too freaked out to care. Into the cave we go. Well, this is definitely... Well, I would say this is... I would hope she's going into the cave. Yes, I'm a talking cave. Don't laugh. It makes dating hell.
No, instead it's that game about spelunking.
I always wanted to go splunking.
Yep, pretty much.
I darted... Yeah?
It still involves a cave, that game about spelunking.
I darted in, scrambling and laying low as I listened, holding my breath, trying to still the pounding in my head. Something snarled behind me.
Oh no.
The dawning moment of apprehension hit me like a buck to the face as my eyes widened in terror. I seemed to have stumbled into a den of a wolf. Wonderful! Just wonderful! Nice doggy! Nice doggy! I whimpered.
Oh, so this is actually happening, Devar. It is.
This is like... did I open Pandora's box? I scrambled back, never taking my eyes off the creature, staring back at me. It barked and growled, and in the blink of an eye, it lunged at me. I could have done many things as I felt its jaw clamp down around my rear leg, sinking its jagged teeth deep. I could have screamed, I could have cried. My brain could barely process the pain as I stared at this thing biting me. This was no wolf. This creature was pony-shaped, with a coat long and matted fur. Its eyes were glowing yellow and feral. There was a wet black nose on its muzzle.
Pony Lickens. Pony Lickens.
I'm gonna save my reaction for the end of this. Just let me get through this.
Okay.
I was unable to form words as I stammered, trying to pull my leg from its mouth in vain. Hey, leave her... Oh wait, that's...
Hey, leave her alone!
A rough voice shouted. It released my leg, and I scrambled away, but not before its claws raked over my side, leaving several bloody gashes. I think I might have a broken rib. Vinyl's horn glowed, doing something I didn't know. I didn't even care anymore. Whatever she was doing, it was making it back off. Looking back, I could see that it was retreating deeper into the cave, turning around and slinking off into the cave. And suddenly I just realized when she said I didn't care anymore, I think that's the same thing I'm thinking of right now.
Octi, speak to me.
Vinyl cried as she cradled me. I couldn't stop shaking as I tried to speak, feeling paralyzed. My body was going numb. I felt cold. Everything was sliding out of focus. 1, 2, 3 vinyl scratches.
There are 3 vinyl scratches, kids. Count with the count.
1, 2, 3 vinyl scratches. Oh, hello, Princess Luna. How's your nightmare night going? I think she's gone delirious more than stupid now.
You don't think.
Ah, the guards. Doing a great job there. Keep up the great work. Oh, wow. Is that all my blood?
She's been bitten. This is no ordinary bite.
Luna said gravely. My last thoughts, as I passed out, were sardonic. As far as I was concerned, I donated enough blood for the rest of my life.
And that's the end of the chapter.
Excuse me. I flipped my desk.
Pony Lickens. This concept will never work. It's one thing to have vampire ponies, but to have, ponies turning into wolves, it's a bit too much to ask. I mean, do the hooves turn into paws? Do they grow clothes? Yeah. Okay, now you see why this is the turning point of the story.
I do.
But funnily enough, this is not the worst thing that ever happened to this story. No, because after this, it actually becomes quite amusing with all the, vampire and wolf-related hijinks, and Octavia trying to adjust to her new found life, and even this supernatural anonymous circle, which all that is fun and dandy and everything else. No, that's at this point in time, the fanfiction could still be salvaged.
Yes, and yet I cannot help but rub my face into my hands.
Well, if you're reacting to this if this is giving you this kind of reaction, what's going to happen later on when they actually introduce?
The problem is with this is what I have.
The obligatory forced conflict.
Twilight flashbacks.
Yeah, fortunately, it's going to be far more similar to Twilight. Still better, still more entertaining at the very least, but yes, and also we have a shipping between Edward and Jacob, vampire and werewolf. That's they are so basically we're going to have a lesbian vampire Lycan pony couple.
Well, that could work better than Twilight.
And everything works better than Twilight. Well, aside from Kiss of the Vampire, but nobody watched that film.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess this is it for tonight.
I'll fix the remains of my desk.
Devar, you're not going to survive the rest of this story, that's for sure.
My poor desk is not going to survive the flippings it's going to get.
Okay, so this is we kind of reached the midway point of the story. It's just the middle of it, and we finish with the Nightmare Night story arc, and now begins the rest of it. We'll be getting there eventually, but for tonight, we bid you happy something. This would be perfect for a Halloween episode. We're a few months earlier, though.
I got it. Rewatch this on actual Halloween night. Happy Halloween, everybody!
Yay! Happy Nightmare Night and what have you. This has been Howling Madhog,
and this has been Table Flipping Devar.
And see you when we see you.
Take care, and thanks for joining us.
Because this is Thriller Night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. It's Thriller Night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight.
Yes, I see what you did there.
That was obligatory.
Yes, obligatory, indeed.